It's Taco Tuesday!
Yo, what's going on, everyone? Taco here. It's Taco Tuesday, so you already know I'm bringing you guys another banger of a video. And today's video is super important. A lot of you reached out or were in the comments below asking, could I do more intro or beginner guides to getting into NFTs? So today's video is more of a tip video. And at the top of my list of tips is really how to avoid all of the scams in the NFT space, but particularly how to know if a project is just a bad project, if it's a rug pull, if it's sketchy, sus, a scam, anything like that. So today I'm gonna give you guys my top 5 tips how to see if a project is a rug pull, but really they're just top 5 red flags to avoid. All right, so for any beginners in the NFT space or just in general, I think it's so important that we start in Discord, because between Discord and Twitter, that's where everything NFT based is going to be happening and going on. You're going to be joining these Discords for these NFT projects to get involved in the community, to get whitelist, to get any of your information. So when you're on Discord, and I've seen this and heard this happen with so many beginners into the space, is that they join a Discord for a project they're interested in, and then all of a sudden they get, direct messages that look like this, where, their pre-sale is now live or mint before it's too late, and you've won the whitelist giveaway. All of these are scams almost all the time. If you get DMs on Discord, it's going to be a scam for the most part. But here's an example here for Invisible Friends, a massive project coming out soon, a Discord that I'm in, and they're telling me the pre-sale is live even though the project doesn't mint until February. So when you're new to Discord, these are the kind of things that are going to pop up in the messages that you're going to get. To avoid this, you're going to want to do a few things. First off, you're going to want to report spam or ignore whenever you get these. But just to avoid even having to worry about these, if you go to privacy and safety under user settings, first off, you're going to want to go to keep me safe. So it's going to scan direct messages from everyone, and then into your privacy defaults, allow direct messages from server members. You're just going to turn this off. So I thought this would just be a great example before we even get into any specific projects. All right, so for my first red flag of an NFT project or just sign of, potentially a scam or a rug pull, I'm going to start off with transparency and communication from the team. What does this mean? This means that the team isn't hosting AMAs on a frequent basis. They're not having Twitter spaces where they're answering questions from community members and kind of giving you an idea of what's to come. And this can be both pre and post mint. You just want to see those team members active in the community, active in the Discord, on Twitter, whatever. You want to know just what's going on behind the scenes, and they don't have to tell you everything, but just having an idea of what's going on is super important if you're going to be buying and investing into one of these projects. So I'm going to start off with Full Send NFT and their meta card that they just minted, I think a week ago or so. And I actually did mint one as an FYI. I did mint one. And the funniest thing is they started a Discord, I think a day or two later, they then were gonna mint. They didn't tell you the mint price. They didn't even tell you the mint time until, the night before. They didn't tell you the mint price until about an hour or two before mint. They didn't tell you how many you could mint per wallet, which should have been only one, but I think it was like 5 or 10. And they didn't really tell you who was even on whitelist or who had early access. You basically just had to find out by going on the site. Now this is, Full Send and the Nelk boys. This is kind of expected if you know these guys at all, and I'm a fan of them, so don't think I'm shitting on them at all. But the way that they ran this mint was just terrible for me. They just added this account protection section because their Discord got hacked. They don't have anything in the roadmap or anything like that. So really just having that communication before you mint is so critical. Please, don't get into any projects where you're in the dark and don't know what's going on. Now for my second red flag or signs of a scam, it's going to be not having a Doxxed team, which is something that everyone in the NFT space always harps on and really is looking for in any kind of project of quality, is who are the team behind the project. Now, in some cases, and to the extent of being doxed, that's going to be different for every team. I'll use Weather Report as an example for a project that I just recently covered, where I went through the team and all their past experience and what they've worked on. But for instance, if you go to Zach Goes Hard, who is the founder and creative director, he's got his link tree on here. So you're able to, go to his foundation and see some of the previous art that he's made. He has, his own site where you can see he's been a part of Adidas videos, ads and different commercials, working on those. He's worked with G-Eazy in terms of directing and editing. So having that kind of professional experience and resume gives you a great idea of why you should even trust this team and buy into their project and where the potential is at. Now, if they're not not doxxed, they can easily just mint an NFT project and peel out and be gone. And I think that's the biggest concern. Now for my third red flag, this one is super subjective. It can be a bit controversial even, but it's about derivatives and investing into derivatives. And it really just depends on what are your goals in getting into a project. Are you a flipper? Are you someone who's looking for more long-term holds, potential blue chip projects where you're going to hold and buy in and you're going to wait for months or maybe even, a year or so down the line to really have the whole roadmap and utility paved out? An instance here, I'm looking at Soodles, just one of the derivative projects I found quickly on Magic Eden. And I mean, this project's in the mud. It's basically dead with a, 0.04 SOL price. I don't even know what that is, maybe a few dollars or something. But I mean, this is a complete and direct knockoff of Doodles. They didn't really even add too much creative twist to it at all, or even in the name as it's just called Soodles. I don't know anything about this project. This is just an example. But with derivatives, you have to be super careful because basically everyone in the project knows that, it's a quick flip. It's a pump and dump. It's just a matter of when you get out. It's just really hard when you're investing in derivatives to not get burnt, in my opinion. I actually started out on Solana NFT projects. My first ever NFT was a Solana NFT, but Solana NFTs, at least right now, they definitely have a reputation of having a lot of scams, a lot of rug pulls where these projects are minting and the Twitter is just being deleted, the Discord is gone, and the owners are just getting out with all the cash and you're basically just left with the JPEG itself. Now, once again, this is not all Solana projects. There's some really awesome projects, and Monkey Kingdom itself is a really awesome project, but they just got a huge backlash a few weeks ago where the Discord was hacked ahead of a mint, ahead of a release, and a lot of people had their wallets drained. And I'm not saying this doesn't happen for Ethereum NFTs or other network NFTs. It definitely does. Discords have been getting hacked like every day. But I think the percentage of Solana NFTs that are rugs is a lot higher than Ethereum NFTs. And there's two reasons for that. One, the transaction fees make anything on the Solana network just a lot cheaper in general. So that's going to, one, bring in a lot of quick flippers into projects, but it's also going to bring in a lot of beginners. Like I said, my first NFT was on Solana. I know that's where a lot of people start because it's a lot cheaper to get involved in the barrier to entry is a lot lower. So when you have a lot of newbies into NFTs going to Solana and getting involved in these fairly smaller projects, there is a lot of opportunity for these founders or creators or scammers in general to just take advantage of people. So that's something to look out for. Like I said, not all SOL projects are scams or rug pulls by any means. They have tons of great projects, but you have to be extra careful on Solana. All right, so my fifth and final sign of a scam and red flag is going to be about projects overpromising or really hyping up their utility and roadmap. Now, I'm back at the Full Send meta card just because this is a project that I was kind of in on, one that I know a little bit about, and I think that they fit under this category. I fully believe in the Full Send brand. It's massive, and what they have achieved and what they can achieve is insane. But for their utilities, they're talking about physical locations, basically having lounges in professional sports stadiums. I think they talked about maybe casinos or restaurants and clubs opening, and then the holders of the Full Send meta card will, one, get access to these locations, and then that they will also get profits generated from some of these. Now, the key thing here is that none of this is ironed out. Nothing is said in fine print that they're going to get a percentage of whatever kind of revenue that they're going to generate. So I think it's key to just focus in on these roadmap and utilities and just ask yourself, is this worth holding in the long run? Because for the most part, these utilities and roadmaps are going to take a lot of time to develop. Something else that I see that a lot of projects do is they talk about donating a percentage of their royalties to different foundations or nonprofits. That's something else that I look at and I kind of wonder, I love the good deed of it, but are you actually able to transparently track where this money is going and if it's going to that cause that's being mentioned? So really, it is subjective. It's entirely up to you to look at a project, look at the utilities and roadmap if you care about that, and just say, okay, are they actually going to be able to deliver on these promises? So that's just my other thing. It's, like I said, entirely subjective. It's something that you have to kind of figure out, and it's based on your faith and your conviction in this project. That's going to wrap up my red flags and NFT projects and just how to avoid being scammed. I hope you guys found this video super helpful. Keep all these tips in mind. As always, this is not financial advice. You have to make your own decisions when you're looking into these projects. And as you gain that experience, you'll be able to pick up on some of these subtleties and really just kind of be able to look at a project and tell if it's one for you and one that you want to invest in. If you guys found this video helpful, please hammer that like button for me. Subscribe to help grow the channel and stay up to date with my future uploads. And comment down below, what are your thoughts on these tips? Did you find them helpful? And if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. But until next time, I'm out.